How do you know the child is healthy? Anyone? They cry. Thank you. You all know the answer. And if a child comes into this world and does not cry, then we know there's something wrong with that child. There's something very wrong. And so, to know that a child is healthy, the first thing they do is cry. And there are a million reasons why. Maybe they're hungry, they're in pain, maybe they're, it's a totally new environment, they're cold. We don't know. But that's the reality of dunya. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, on the one hand, وَلَنَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنَ الْخَوْفِ وَالْجُوعِ وَنَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ, He is telling us that we will verily be tested with something of fear, something of hunger, and something of loss. And what kind of loss? He says, loss of wealth, loss of souls, meaning people that we love, whether through separation or death, and the loss of the fruits of our efforts. Studying for an exam and you still did poorly. Have you ever studied for a driving exam and you still failed? Have you ever tried really, really hard to get a job, a specific job, and you don't get it? Have you ever tried really, really hard to make a certain relationship work and it doesn't? Have you ever tried really, really hard to please someone and they just aren't pleased? And that is why Allah says, at the end of this ayah, He says, نَقْصٍ مِّنَ الْأَمْوَالِ وَالْأَنفُسِ وَالثَّمَرَاتِ. Because thamarat is that fruit that comes at the end of your effort. And you want to see that result. The farmer just put in so much effort. Why? Because they want the fruit. But one of the tests of this life is that sometimes you won't get the fruit. You won't get the result you wanted. You tried so hard in some effort for some outcome, and you don't get it. You lose it. But then on the other hand, He has given us this promise to our forefather Adam, that if we hold on to guidance, لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, that there will be no fear on them, nor shall they grieve. What does that mean then? When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, what that means is, you will be touched by fear and grief. Allah says shay'un, right? And understand that shay'un means something of, a piece of. It doesn't mean that your whole life will be fear and hunger and loss. No one's life is all fear, or all hunger, or all loss. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always gives us inna mahal usri yusra, that indeed, again the indeed, the certainty, with the hardship comes ease. What that means is you will never ever have only hardships. You will never ever have only darkness. You will never ever have only struggle. You will never be given just cold without something to help you get warm. Allah will never give you rain without also giving you the ability to have shelter. He will not give you hunger without also the ability to have food. And this is the idea, is that this life is not perfect.